my next guest. I became aware of my next guest on X, on Twitter. She is a Kiwi who is passionate about what's going on in New Zealand. She follows and supports many charities. In fact, I saw her at the Sal Grover evening in Auckland a few months back, although I didn't, by the time I'd kind of come off stage with Sal, she'd gone. But look, she's recently found herself in the centre of some horrific trolling and doxing, which I said just before the break. If you weren't sure what that was, it's the process of searching and publishing private or identifying information about a particular individual on the net, and typically it has malicious intent. Now, lately she's found herself at the pointy end of a spat with I Am Hope charity founder Mike King. Her name is Corina Shields, or Aunty Heihei for her followers, and she joins me now. Corina, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Leah. How are you?
Do you know what? It's such a pleasure to talk to you because as you know, I follow you and you follow me, but I'm boring compared to you. And I find myself when you're talking to the camera and there's something that's going on, and I just find myself nodding away, and I thought, well, I really want to talk to you one day, and we finally made it happen. So I'm sorry it's not a very nice reason why we are talking, because before we get to what's going on with you and Mike King, can you tell us about why you feel so comfortable to put yourself out there on social media? Because does that not open you up to trolls?
It absolutely opens me up to trolls, but what I've found in all the speaking out that I've done is that I've got a really strong support system around me that help to support me. And so whenever I'm having an issue with something that's going on, I've always got people to talk me through what's happening. I realise from the things that I've done in the past that there are a lot of people who are scared to talk about things because they're worried about what's going to happen to them. And the very first thing that I spoke about publicly was Kainga Ora and state housing and how bad it was. And I was finding that there were a lot of tenants who was too scared to say something because they didn't want to be kicked out of a state house. They didn't want to have a benefit cut. And from there, it's just taken off, where it went from state housing to mandates and COVID to gender ideology, what's happening with Te Pāti Māori and all the dodginess that is going on there. And then, of course, with all the charity works that I've done and what's progressed from there. Yeah,
wow.
It's been a lot that's happened in 3 years.
It's been a lot. Okay, let's tell us, Corina, what is going on with I Am Hope and Mike King?
I've been an I Am Hope supporter for a number of years, and I've been to different events and donated money here and there, and I was one of the people that was at Albert Park last year. I got a video. For Posey Parker, I got a video that was used by all sorts of organisations, including GB News, and my Twitter platform blew up as a result of that. And I saw that Mike had made comments supporting Chanel Lau. And shaving my head for I Am Hope was something that I had always planned to do before Albert Park happened. So when he came out in support of Albert Park, shaving my hair was actually a decision I sat with for about 2 or 3 months before I decided, you know what, politics doesn't matter, the cause matters. Yes, we differ on our opinions about trans issues and things, but we both ultimately agree that youth and children need mental health care. I can do this because the kaupapa is more important than the politics.
Yeah.
And so I had the event, I got an MC, I organised Micaiah Simmons, one of I Am Hope staffers, to come and speak at the event. She does event management and things. So she came, it was a good night. Fast forward a couple of months back to January, and that's when the trolling really took off. And people started doing real life things. Before it was just online stuff and people calling me names and things like that. Big deal. People are entitled to their opinions.
Yeah.
But these people started to do real life stuff, contacting charities that, not just I Am Hope, but another charity that I was involved in a charity event that I've had to walk away from and won't be going back to because of these people and the harm that they've caused.
So were they ringing them, Corina, and just dissing you, just saying false accusations about you?
Sending emails.
Oh, geez.
Sending emails to different organisations in different names. And so I've started doing Privacy Act requests around those emails that have been sent about these complaints that have been made about me. The doxing that's gone on, posting my address online, details about my husband as well. My 14-year-old boy posting up details about what school he goes to, his date of birth.
Oh, no.
And so it's really, really escalated as a result of Mike and his nonsense. So back in January, I started getting bullied. It was starting to get really bad, and people were mentioning I Am Hope. So I reached out to Micaiah, and I said to her, look, there's this online bullying starting. I don't know what's going on. Have you received any messages? She's like, I haven't, but are you okay? I said, yep. And so we went back and forth a couple of times over that. And then 2 weeks after that, Mike posted a couple of comments on Facebook. One of them was basically that I Am Hope have never supported me. And another one was that I had no I Am Hope contacts. And I looked at it and I went, is this another troll account because of what was going on?
Oh, yeah.
Or not?
Yep, good. Yeah. Could have been.
Yeah. And so I emailed Micaiah straight away and I was like, what's going on? Because this was 8, 9 o'clock at night. Like, what's going on? Was this really Mike or is it another troll? She emailed me the next morning, said, can you call me? I said, okay, sweet. I gave her a call and basically what she's come back to me is Mike will walk away, even from his own supporters, because he has such strong views about LGBTQ community and trans issues. And I said to her, and if he had a conversation with me, he would know that I also have strong views because I have 2 lesbian sisters.
Okay.
So this idea that I'm homophobic and all the rest of it, no, but he should have come to me instead of doing what he did publicly.
Yes. Yep. And like you said, he's to this day.
Yeah, and to this day, I've still not heard one word from him.
So even though you had shaved your head, even though you had organised this evening event and was using one of the I Am Hope staff, which is Micaiah, who I've known for years actually, Corina, and lovely. And so even though you did all of that, he is saying that you publicly that you have you've got nothing to do with I Am Hope at all. And because you are, as you call yourself, you think it's because you're gender critical.
Yeah.
You think, and can you explain what gender critical is though? Because I know you've called yourself that. What is that?
That's what a lot of people call me. Basically, I am pro-choice. As an adult, if you want to go off and live your best life as a man dressed as a woman, you go right ahead and do that. But do not pretend that by doing that you are a woman. My big issue, and this is where Mike and I disagree, is I don't believe that any child should be on puberty blockers because their brains are just not developed enough to be able to make those really big decisions. We know this. The research tells us this. And so because I have these very strong views about puberty blockers and gender-affirming care, people take that as being anti-trans. No, I'm not anti-trans. I just want these children to grow up to be adults so that they can make good decisions that children can't make.
Exactly.
I used to work as an ECE teacher. In the morning,
okay.
we would have boys who were tigers, and in the afternoon, they were princesses.
Yes.
They change their minds all the time,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And so this idea that a 3, 4, 5-year-old can change sex,
I
no.
know.